Hello friends, hope you all are doing well today. A lot of my friends, family members, and my colleagues and juniors were telling me that please post something for people management because we face a lot of problems when we are there in office and everywhere. So here I am with one of this posts for with people management skills, how you can enhance your skills and how to go with when you are facing the problems and how to deal with there are a lot of people that are there in a team and how to handle them. So for these things, people management skills is very important. Okay, so today I'll go ahead and give you some hits and tricks. Okay, we'll not go on some bookish knowledge. When you might have heard a lot with a lot of people. We'll not go with some good things or something. I'll give you some basic tips. Okay, through which you can be a very good people manager. I'll give you some 6 steps to go with to ensure that you be the awesome player which you want. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to deal that what exactly a people manager or manager is. Okay. A manager who works in a small organization or a big company must have people management skills to effectively perform their jobs. People management skills can include communication, leadership, delegations, motivations, training, and even performance feedbacks. Like everything comes included with the people management. Okay. Now, the first thing which is very important in this, I'll say that is the connection between you and your employee, which is the most important thing which is there. That is the number one out of six. The number one thing would be the connection. As a manager or a leader, your presence at work should be felt. Don't hide at your workstation. There's a reason why people say employees leave managers, not companies. These are the leaders that top performers have no problem leaving because there is zero connection, which is attached to the business or with someone else. Build a strong connection with your staff, and it is guaranteed to impact. That also includes, if you talk about the retention of your employee, that will also be included in that. So the connection between you and your employee is very important. You need to understand, you need to talk to them. Whenever you are there in office, you need to greet them, which is very important. And trust me, people do notice this. What you wear, how you talk to them, do you say good morning to them or not? They all matters a lot. You need to understand that. And you need to work on it accordingly. For example, if you go to office, okay, and you don't greet them, or that it's a two-way relation, okay? That the other person, that is your employee, doesn't greet you, okay? You will definitely think that there's something. So that's the thing which is very important. Okay? You need to understand that. The second thing which is important on this is empathy. Okay, show empathy towards employees who are facing tough professional or personal issues. Try to see things from their situation. Letting a team leader off a couple of hours early to pick up a loved one from the hospital will might impact a bit of metrics for you for that particular day. Okay, but trust me, in the long run, that relation, that building, that response will be huge. You need to understand that. Okay, the vision should be what exactly matters a lot. That what makes a leader and a manager or team leader difference. Okay? Nowadays, when a young guy is been coming and meet us, I usually notice that what we are doing right now. We are building team leaders. I'd say good team leaders. We are building good managers, but you're not building good leaders because that vision is not there. I'll give you an example. Okay, a shepherd, which is there. Okay, there's a difference between a shepherd and a sheep. Now, whenever a sheep is there, okay, his vision would be low. Okay, he cannot see what a shepherd can see. For example, there's a shepherd who might have approximately 150 sheep, which is there with them. Okay, A shepherd can see where exactly he want to take all 150. Okay, you will see there's a space, there's a small gate wherein only one sheep can go at one at a time. But he will ensure that he drive the entire 150 sheep in such a manner that they all go inside that place one by one and none of them will go out. That's what exactly you need to do. Your vision is so high, you can see the future. You can see the goal. Your leader can see that where exactly he want to take his team. That's what your vision is. And you need to drive your team accordingly. You need to take them all together. You cannot leave a single person behind. You need to take them together and you have to invest time. You need to invest your efforts on them to ensure that you build every one of them a champ, which is very, very important. After connection, empathy, the third one, the most important thing would be one of the most important ones, a two-way communication, which is also very important. Your employees want to stay informed about the business as much as you do. So keep them in loop. I do understand that there can be a lot of things wherein a management is involved and you cannot tell them directly. But yes, I'm talking about a few of the points on which a team building is there, wherein they should know basic things. For example, their performance, where they are going. If there's something which or disconnect which is there, which you want to tell them, okay, it should go to them from your end, straight from the horse's mouth, what we say. Okay, they cannot, hear these type of things when they are standing on a water pool. Okay, so you need to understand that, which is very important because this breaks the trust. The transparency should be there. The trust should be there. Your employees should trust you. They should always feel that, yes, my manager is standing behind me. And you need to show that. So it's important to build an environment where everyone's opportunity is heard. As much as you may want, don't throw a suggestion box or a feedback box or somewhere, that doesn't have that human touch. So that human touch is very, very important. The next, which I'll say, which is very important, is empowerment. You need to make that people feel that what is important for them, and you need to build them in such a manner. And every simple steps or every single step which you perform or which you do for your employees matters a lot. I'll give you an example. Okay, for example, there is one of your colleague or one of your subordinate which is there, whose name is Paul. Just an example. Okay, now you come to the office, you meet him, he also comes to the office, you both meet each other left. Okay, now you keep your hand on your shoulders. It's just an example. Okay, so you keep your hand on your shoulders and you say, Paul, how are you? And Paul says, I'm good. And it feels a lot. It feels a lot for him. Especially when there is more than 100 people, 100 people are reporting to you directly or indirectly, or even a 10 or 15 there. As per that employee, first that you understand that nerves, you understand that what exactly need to be triggered to drive to that performance, to ensure that they go to that level for their best. These small things doesn't matter for you, but it matters for those employees. You need to understand that. In the same example, you should know the names of your employees. This is also important. If your employees are married and they have kids, you should definitely know the names of their kids. And if you can, birthdays. That is also very, very important. Just imagine a situation wherein you go to a company, okay, and your boss or your super boss, okay, keeps his hand on the same things, okay. For example, you are Paul now this time, okay. We'll take the same example now. So he keeps his hand on your shoulder and say, "Hey Paul, how are you? You feel good?" You say, "Boss, I'm good. Thanks for asking." And the first thing is, you show, "Look at my boss. Knows my name also. It might be common for you, but they feel it like that." And that super goes in such a manner. For example, your kid's name is Smith. And you say, "And how's Smith? Seems he's grown up now." That gives an awesome feeling. You keep yourself in situation, you keep yourself on their shoes to understand. You need to drive them from that you know what they are feeling and why they are feeling it. You need to focus on it. Each and every employee need to be handled in a different manner. Understand that people management is basically people engineering. So you need to be engineered to understand, people. When I say that you need to be engineer, means that you need to be, you know, like Chris, you should be specialization. Engineer means it's specialization, which I mean to say. It doesn't mean the profession or your studies. It means that, you should be. That you should know your people, each and every one, okay? What is the thing which triggers him the most? And how you can utilize this and ensure that it performs to the maximum. That matters a lot. So I was telling you empowerment, which is also very important. Empowerment means giving your employees the tools they need to succeed and then step out of their way, which is also very important. Micromanagement is a top performer's kryptonite. Great managers give their employees the room they need to accomplish goals of their own merit. The right amount of direction is key here. There should be enough to provide guidance, but not so much as to create roadblocks in their process. If they're growing, you need to be happy and you need to make them grow. Leaders, I understand everything with perspectives, I think, but yes, you need to build that team, which is very, very important. So now, after empowerment and everything, okay, the next thing which is very important as for me is the reward and recognition, which is also very important. Employees like to be rewarded. Everyone likes to be rewarded. When I mean reward and recognition, I doesn't mean that, there should be a big function and all. I understand that happens everywhere, but yes, what I mean over here is that as a manager, as a team leader, you can appreciate them each and every time that you do. That appreciation can go with a single chocolate as well, or maybe on a pat on the back. When we are talking about the appreciation, so if your bucketization is doing with your employees, with your kids, okay, the person who are moving from bucket B to bucket A or bucket C to bucket B, they should also be appreciated. The efforts of every employee should be appreciated. The upcoming stars should be appreciated. It's like rising stars. They should be appreciated. As a manager, if you're saying just patting on their back and saying, "Good job," that matters a lot. Next, which I think, which is one of the most important thing is that the opportunity and professional development, which is also very important for employees. Willingness to provide opportunities for professional development and growth is attractive, very, very attractive, because they like, that, and they hear you. That's the most important thing is, and you need to groom them, whether it's an online training or whether you can do something for them or in offline discussions, they all matters a lot. I do understand a lot of pressures are there, and when you go for a meeting, there's a lot of discussions happens and you're pissed off. But please remember, that's why you're there. When you're talking to your team, when you when you're there's a communication which is happening with your team, there should always be a smile. You should learn to absorb that pressure. It cannot go beyond you. So you need to absorb that pressure and there's a smile. If you need a time, I understand that, as a human being, if you need a time, go for a break, go for a 5-minute break, have a cup of coffee, or smoke as well, which is absolutely not recommended, but yet if you do, then you can, whatever that feels like, take 5 minutes, spend 5 minutes with yourself, and then go for it, and then talk to your team. As a manager, as a senior manager, tips and tricks which can be also, which I'll tell you that, when I was discussing this with you, never ever write an email to anyone when you're pissed off with that email. If you see some email, you don't respond to it, take your time. You go for a break, half an hour break, talk to someone, relax and everything, and then come out and talk so that your brain should respond. Reactive approach is not at all allowed as being a manager. You cannot do that. So if I summarize this, okay, wrap up for all these things which I tell you, okay, that will be the employee's loyalty is one of the most valuable asset a company can have. A loyal employee are your loudest brand ambassador because they are the one who always, and you, I don't have to tell you that, VOC is the one which spreads the most. So which is very, very important. So I tend to tell our stories to my teams and everyone. So I'll also tell one of the bit of story that is for the management as well as for the IC role as well. The IC is basically an individual contributor. Okay. For example, there are so what happened that there were 3 people which was there. Right? One of them was a manager. The second was this team leader. And the third is the employee, maybe the 6th person. Okay. So they were for a break, for lunch, okay, on an office break. So suddenly they found a magical stick, okay, which there's a person who came out and he says, okay, a genie was there and says that, okay, I can fulfill one wish of each of you. And they were happy. Okay. Now, first that salesperson comes in and I'm the one. Okay, I'll ask first. I'm the junior. He says, okay, I want to go to Bahamas beaches and relax for a while, for 1 month. Then that genie zooms and then goes. Second goes with the team leader. Okay, and the team leader again comes in and says, okay, I want to go to a place where nobody can disturb me. Okay, and I want to sleep and I want to relax. Okay, for about a week at least. And I don't want anyone to disturb me. And yes, my loved one should be with me now, and I want to spend time with my family for 1 week. Whoosh with the genie, and then that's one. Now it's the manager's turn. So manager says that, okay, the break is for half an hour. I wish that after half an hour, as soon as it's over, they both should be back on work. So the moral of your story, whether you're an IC role, whether you're a manager, whatever, let your boss speak first. Let your boss have the options. Thank you so much for listening to me. It was great talking to you all. I'll keep on posting a lot of videos and everything from here on as well. Okay. You share, comment, and tell me how exactly the video did you like it or not. Okay. And please utilize these things. This is really helpful for you. Thank you so much.